Hello everyone and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder. Today, in anticipation of the next Gym Cup coming up, the widely perceived opinion is that it's going to be Dragon and Fairy. And so today I want to go through what some of your options are as far as dragons that could be good in the upcoming gym if there is a Dragon Gym coming up. Now, we don't know if there's even going to be a Dragon Fairy. It is highly likely because the new cards that they released were primarily dragons and fairies, and it kind of seems to be the pattern moving that the Pokemon company, that Pokemon Duel, has been putting out. Is they release a new banner pack, and whatever characters it has in the banner pack are the characters that are going to be featured in the gym. And it's hard to say. We don't know exactly what the new abilities are going to be. If they follow patterns from before, your movements, one of them is going to get a 1 MP on the 1 and 2 MP movements, and then the other will get a buff of plus 20 to their damage. So I feel like the dragons are probably going to get the extra MP, and the fairies will get the extra buff to their power, but that's not for sure. So anyways, let's look at what our options are for dragons. I'll kind of go over a few of them, and then we're going to pick a 6 of them, throw them into a gym, and see what they look like and see how they perform before the cup. Dragons seem to be one of the stronger types in the game, which is why I think maybe they'll just get the extra MP. They're already pretty strong. If you add 20 buff power to their pools of power already, I'm not sure that anything will be able to stop them. It'll just be bum rushing the goal and annihilating everything in its way. So first thing we want to do is we want to set up a deck of dragons. And in case you didn't know, there is a way to sort, and I didn't know this at first, but there is a way to sort so you can find exactly what it is you're looking for. You want to go to one of your decks. I've already cleared out one, and you want to hit Edit Figures, and then on your display settings down here in the bottom, what is that, the bottom right, you want to tap that, and you can sort by a bunch of different categories, and we want to go down here to where it says Type, down in here, and we want to hit Dragon. All right, so I want to know gold, purple, blue. I want to know all that stuff. The other blues that are highlighted, and you see some are kind of ghosted out and others are highlighted still. Those are the secondary. So if you have a dual type, Dragon Ground, Dragon Water, those are all going to show up. If I just wanted to see like Dragon Water, then I could do that. But I definitely want to see everything available in the Dragon family. So this is just from what I have. There's probably more, and I guess I could go into the library. But since I'm picking the team, I don't want to go to the library and pick out mons that I don't have. But we will definitely look at those. So in fact, why don't we just head over there and check those out first? Because I definitely do not have all of them. And so I want to go to the library, and this is going to take a second to load up here. And yeah, this is kind of exciting. I like how they've been pretty predictable as far as a tournament, a release, and then a tournament, and then a gym sale. So they've got a good precedent going on here. So again, you want to hit the sort, and we want dragons, and okay. So as you can see, I have quite a few of the dragons. In fact, it looks like I'm only missing 3 of the available dragons. Latios and Latios, and then Garchomp are the only ones that I'm missing out of the lot. So a wide variety to choose from. Down here, these commons probably are not going to see much action coming up, but there could be some that catch you by surprise. So now that we know which dragons are available, let's head back over and set up a deck so we can test out the dragons without any buffs. And so without knowing exactly what their special ability is going to be, I'm going to have to pick my team based on what they do currently. This guy right here and Drudgeon. He's pretty. He could make his way into the cups. You could see him quite a bit, simply because, especially if they boost the damage, because his 40 attack, his small attack, is 40, but it's plus 20 for every mon that's in the Poke Center. That could be huge. So if you've got him out at 60, you have 2 mons in the PC, all of a sudden you're dropping 100 damage. And then the 51 with, or the 50, I have a chain link on him, but the 50 with a 20 buff makes him 71. That makes him pretty competitive. 70 kind of seems to be a magic number for the mid-range attackers. So he actually could be really good. Also, his Dragon Tail, if he gets knocked out, the other Pokemon gets sent to the bench, and and gains weight. So that could be very powerful to have moving forward. We got Dratini, which was just released. We got the Rushum and Zekrom. The 2 new EX. I really like them. I did a video, and if you saw the video from yesterday, you can see how they work as far as eliminating opponents from the game completely. If they do the 1 MP buff, I can see Rayquaza getting a lot of playing time. The 120 gold, wow, that's crazy. That'd be 140 gold. It would not surprise me to see 140 gold coming at you. If they did 2 MP, then you've got a monster, a tank that can move instead of moving 1 piece at a time, that can just barrel down the field. I can see Rayquaza getting a lot of use moving forward. Salamence, maybe. I can see Flygon right here, who I definitely want to do a video on because he's got some very unique passives that are kind of game changers in my opinion. Not going to do the video on him specifically today, and it takes a little bit more to get to his passives than just throwing him in your deck. You actually have to evolve him, and that's maybe what I'll do. Maybe I'll do a video because there were 3. There were Flygon, Charizard, and Tyranitar, who all got new abilities based on if you evolve from an earlier evolution of them, they gain more ability. And I actually like that. I've always wondered, since I started playing, why there was no incentive other than the plus 10 damage or the extra star to doing the evolution, because the pre-evolutions are usually significantly weaker. And so getting to that evolution, I thought always should have had a little more reason to do it. A little higher risk, a little higher reward. And they've done that with 3 characters in the latest release. I will definitely do a video on that. And so I'm going to pick my squad. And I could just go with the heavy bangers. And just looking at this list here, there are some Pokemon that are going to benefit huge if they get the +1, and then there's other ones that are going to benefit huge if they get the +20. I actually kind of would like to see them get the +1. You've got this one, what is it? Giratina, that, I mean, look at those. That's a tank moving down the field. If he gets the +1, this is a new character, Zygarde. I believe he's a re-release. I don't know that necessarily he's new. He may be new though. He does have a gold attack. The one thing that I am noticing off the bat here is on a lot of these big tanks, and we'll go back and look at Rayquaza, there isn't, well, he did have a purple, so never mind. I take back what I was going to say. Water Dragon. This one, the Palkia, and the same with Dialga, is they cannot move off the bench if you have another Pokemon on your bench. So while that seems like, wow, that's terrible, it's awful, if you remember, on these 2 new ones, the Reshiram and the Zekrom, they have weight 9 on theirs. So waiting till everybody's off your bench probably is about the same thing, quite honestly. You definitely don't want to have the 4 of them on your squad at one time, or you're going to be completely handicapped. So enough of that. Let's go in and pick our squad. I've never used Rayquaza. And I know he's only 1 MP, and he's awful if he's confused. That is another thing. Reuniclus might actually get some play moving forward, because if you look at all of these guys, every single one of them, if just looking at their wheel here, if they are, not him, okay, so those 2 or 3 up here, these guys right in here, if they're confused, they're a miss. So I definitely want to try Rayquaza. Since I kind of hyped up Dredgeon, I'm going to go ahead and throw him in. Definitely going to need a plate for that. I want to put Flygon in there. And maybe if maybe I can show you his evolution and how that works. Just by happen chance throughout the game. What else do I want to use? You know what? I'm actually going to drop this common, Goomy. I kind of like Goomy, and here's why I like him. Because in order to trigger an evolution, they have to displace a figure. So it doesn't mean that they'd actually have to knock a figure out. They just have to displace them. And with Slippery Swap, it's a 2-star blue that switches places with the opponent, which is actually going to trigger the evolution. And he has a small miss. I like that. So we're going to go ahead and throw him in. And we're going to do all the evolutions because Sliggoo has Slippery Swap as well. And now he has 30, 50, and 30, or 30, 51, and 30. But by making an evolution, he's actually going to gain 1 or 10. So it's going to be 40, 71, 40, and Slippery Swap is going to become a 3-star move. Makes it very useful, and a very small miss. That makes it very useful to trigger the next evolution, Goodra. So Goodra, Muddy Water, is actually going to be a 4-star. If you can get all the way to him, he's going to be a 4-star purple, which is great. That means that purple against purple, you're always winning. And there are a couple of exceptions. You can get a couple of other ones up to 5. We'll go into that in another video. And it's hard to get all the way to those evolutions. I doubt you're going to see anybody running that, but it is possible. So I don't want to say that they will never lose, because there is a chance. Dragon Breath, I believe, would bump up to an 80 damage. Flail would jump up to a 50. And you've got a decent size blue piece, which is a dodge. So we definitely want to drop all 3 evolutions in there. Not sure how useful this will be in the cup. If you can trigger all the evolutions, it'll be great. But if things are super overpowered, then it could be really difficult to trigger that. We are going to throw in Dratini for the same reason as Goomy, because Dratini doesn't actually have to knock anybody out. He has Push Aside, a 2-star purple, which will trigger his evolution. And I did a video on Dragonair, so if you want to look back a couple videos, you can see how Dragonair works, and he is a new mon that was released as part of a weekly bonus. And you know what, we could go with Gabite. Gabite makes things really difficult. We could try to do a triple evolution, although that gets kind of difficult. Bagon, over to Shelgon, over to Salmance. You know what? I can't do that. I feel like I'm missing too much firepower. I'm going to bring in... I don't even know. Could just go with Gabite. That would be an easy choice, but I've never used this guy either. Rands. What am I missing? I've got a gold. I've got a couple purples. Yeah, you know what? Let's just rock with Salmance. He's a pretty, and actually I'm gonna do this because I'll tell you why. I'm gonna put Shelgon in here. I like Shelgon because he has Conceal. So if the attacker isn't doing above 100 damage, he can't be knocked out. And He's going to be doing 90 damage if he hits Flamethrower. If he gets knocked out, then the opponent gets burned. You know I love when your Mon gets knocked out if it leaves a status effect on the attacking Pokemon. So a very small miss. This is actually one of the easier evolutions to trigger, and it brings a little bit of firepower. As far as plates go, definitely want to do the double chance. I'm really starting to like this X accuracy. If I can remember to use it, I like you have these others like X defend where it means you can't be knocked out even if you lose the battle. But I actually like X accuracy better, because if you hit a miss, it's going to slide over to the next attack, which is either a defense or your purple attack or a white attack. And depending on how the wheel is set up on a specific Mon, and you want to take your time and go through and look to see who it works with, but that can really save you if you have a great Pokemon that does a lot of damage. Like Rayquaza, you know, being able to spin out of that miss into a huge attack could save you a game and win you a game. I like Force Remove because I love being able to remove opponents from the game completely, but not going to do it here. I don't really play the kind of style that I bum rush the goals and get a lot of opportunity to use it. I love Long Throw. If you don't have Long Throw is, to me, is more important than a Hurdle Jump, and it's more important than a Goal Block. It sets up so many surround kills, and people just are like, what is that? I don't know. And they don't look at your plates. So I love that one. I feel like I probably have enough power that I don't need the Hurdle Jump. There's nothing else here that really... Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything else. I guess I could throw a Splash Power. I don't even know if I have any Dragon Waters. I don't think I picked any. Don't know that I need X Attack, but I do have a couple of weaker Pokemon, so I'm going to throw in a couple X Attacks just to try to trigger the evolution. And let's throw this squad into battle, see what they can do. All right, there's my team. And we ranked up, so now we're in Ultra, Masters, Ultra, I don't know. But we could get completely annihilated here, but we're going to give it a try anyways. What are your favorite dragons? I'm definitely going to do a fairy. Fairy's a little more difficult. I'm trying to play with the fairies a little bit to see how they work and the synergy between them. But I definitely want to do a video on that in preparation for a potential gym coming up. Wobbuffet, Shuppet, Deoxys, Squirtle, Lugia, and Ho-Oh. So I just noticed the first problem with my team. I have no runners. Cool. So we're actually going to end up wasting our Long Throw right off the bat and do that. And the reason why I chose to do Vibra is because he has the passive of if anybody comes up next to him, they can't attack. So boom. And now I've got to figure out who gives me the best chance to knock out. Probably you, but I can't get you to the goal. So now we're going to drop this over. And this could be a really quick game because I don't have a runner. I did not notice that going through picking my squad here. If he does, and he decided to go over there, which is kind of interesting. I could just go for the double attack, but if I lost, it'd make a really boring video. So we're just going to go ahead and cover up the goal. Squirtle is going to be tough to knock out. I definitely want to put a 2 Pokey there. How many hurdle jumps does he have? Just the 1, which means he's going to hurdle jump me. So unfortunately, I have to just give up my next entry point. This is why you need a runner on your team. That did not go the way I wanted it to. He's got a lot of firepower there. Let's see if we can't just knock out Shuppet from the start. I chose Shuppet because because Squirtle has such a huge dodge piece. Shuppet's now confused, which is good because that's going to turn him most likely into a miss. Guess I'm going to double chance just to make sure because I've got to knock out Shuppet. And I don't want to land on another purple. So I need him to land on his white. It'll rotate over to his miss. I land on a white. That worked out perfectly. Didn't even need the double chance. So, already used up 2 cards. We're going to evolve onto Flygon. And this is good because his wheel just got a lot better. 4-star Flyaway. And he's a little bit stronger. This I can work with. I'm probably going to get hurdle jumped here. Boy, this is not working out great right off the bat. He doesn't have 100 attack. So we'll go ahead and plug that up. And this actually makes a pretty interesting matchup here. I'm going to use an X attack just in case I roll one of my 70s and he rolls his 90. I want to be able to knock him out. I can also land on my purple and fly over him because it's a 4-star purple. Or I can do teleport and he can jump over me. It really wasn't ideal. There's really no risk in doing this other than he teleports over me again, which would actually be bad because then it'd be a ugh. And the small miss. Oh, good. So we can bring in Rayquaza. It's 10, 60 does better than 50. Maybe we should just bum rushed. I wouldn't be surprised to see him hurdle jump. I maybe should have moved Dratini back 1, and he's going to hurdle jump for the double suicide here. So now my options are attack with Rayquaza, who could get fly, or slide Dratini over, lose my spot. You know what? I just feel like I have more chances to win here. This has been a terrible video to show you how the dragons are. I did get the fly, which is going to allow me to block up my goal here. I've been on defense this entire time. So let's bring in Sabu. He's used up his hurdle jump. I can't attack Wobbuffet. I could, because if Dratini just displaced him, that would work out. This could trigger another teleport. But I'm just trying to get the evolutions here. Poison. I can deal with that. Now he has weight, so I'm definitely going to knock him out. I'm cool with that. And now Crisis has been averted. I feel like maybe I can get into a little bit of a game plan here. Oh is going to attack. I'm really just looking to displace him. I'm not going to win a white-on-white battle. And poisoning the opponent is always great. I love those. I'm not even going to mess with him. I feel like this is kind of good. And Flygon is strong enough that he can let's see, what do I want to do here? Definitely don't want to get Wisp. I feel like my purples are big enough. And see, like I said last video, when everything spun the way that I wanted it to, it's not happening this time. And as a result, I'm struggling. I'm not just bum rushing to the goal. I lost my flyaway. That's not good. Okay, now, Draco Matter means I can make any of his people respin. If they spin a white or a red, they get sent back to the Poke Center. I'm actually, I have a lot of options here, but I'm actually going to send Wobbuffet to respin, because I believe all he has are white and red and the blue. So, oh, but you know what? The white spin has to be over 70. So that was a bad choice. That was a mistake on my part. Maybe should have done Oho there. Flygon is in danger of being surrounded, but I've got to get rid of that. So now we're back on the defensive. That was a bummer. I really need to trigger an evolution here, or I could just flat out lose. So things are definitely not going great at the moment. I definitely don't want to miss with Rayquaza. My time is really bad. So we're just going to use the X attack because Rayquaza's misses are so small. And gold beats his purple, white beats his whites, and a flat out miss. So this was a terrible game. And we're going to go down in defeat on this one without really even showing you dragons. So let's try one more. And I definitely need to switch up my squad because I need some kind of a runner. I don't even know, to tell you the truth. Ouch, I lost 42 points on that. I don't even know if there's a dragon that has 3 MP. Check this out, I'm still on dragons. We need a runner, guys. 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. All right. Well, who was pretty worthless there? I never even got you into the game, but that's a really weak runner that's gonna go into Gabite. But that's what we're gonna do. So let's try this one more time. Hopefully get a little bit better video for you as far as dragons. That is something to keep in mind though, is dragons and fairies, I'm not sure if any of them have 3 MPs, which would make a very interesting gym. Yeah. So something to keep your eye on when you're putting your team together. Make sure you have at least a runner. Otherwise you get stuck using a long throw right off the bat and you're handicapped from the start. And why? Did I just mess that up again? Long throw. Throw you out. I could have swore that homeboy was 3, but I was I guess not. I looked at that wrong. So again, that's terrible. I'm not even sure what I was looking at. That was a terrible decision. And unfortunately, I think we're gonna have the Shuppet Rush. Oh, even worse. This is not looking good. We major defense, major in a hole, gonna have to climb ourselves out of. I'm not even quite sure how I want to do this because I'm gonna have both my entry points blocked up really quick. He's just gonna go straight for the attack. Why would you do X attack? He does have a hurdle jump, so I can't just straight attack him. I don't know why he'd do the X attack unless he didn't really do it. I thought he did, and then not use it. That was an interesting play to say the least. I'm not really sure what he was doing there. And now, his Shuppet's not even going to block up my goal. I'm going to block up my goal with all these one-move pieces. So now that I'm seeing this, I'm thinking maybe dragons are going to need to have the extra MP. Dragon and fairy, I wanted to go back and look and see about the fairy. So he's going to drop in here to try to go for the quick surround. I'll block that off. I have no idea what to use next. Poison. Raise is probably my best option. Special against that. I want a double chance or just want the accuracy. I really need to get out of the hole here, so. Dodge. Man, when you use a card or a plate and they get a dodge, that's like the worst because you completely wasted your card. It's like if you use an X attack and then you roll the blue or they roll the blue, you're just like, what away, or the purple. It's not good. And it really sucks actually. So now I cannot risk not landing an attack here. Can't risk the miss. We're gonna go after this one more time. He lands on the miss, which I'm cool with. And because he got the dodge on the previous roll, it doesn't even help me clear out space to move. Lucario, he's probably going to drop him right down here on top of my Rayquaza, so if I move my Rayquaza... Oh. Well, either way, he's in position because now Shuppet can have my entry point, but because I have the gold to counter his purple, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I really just want to land on gold. I don't want to fly. I cannot go anywhere over there on the right. It's an easy surround, so I really only have one choice. You guys are all lined up, and I'm glad he doesn't have any of the legendary 3 birds that can do a status effect and just demolish my entire lineup there. Just not going great. And it's probably a really bad video actually, because all you're doing is seeing me struggle on defense. We're gonna have to win 2 spins in a row here to create an opening. I need another gold spin. He has a 70. I'm so defensive that I can't risk a 60 losing to 70. Now that I can actually work with. Gives me a little bit of a breakaway here. Although, it's not going to help me out a whole lot because he's probably going to move off his bench to right there. I would probably go with... Wow. I don't have a hurl jump. Like, I'm out of plates here. And gold against him. I like my chances here. So we'll start marching forward, put a little bit of pressure on him. With these 1 MPs, they just take forever to get down the field though. If you are going to have 1 MPs, I think if you're not going to use them as a goalie, the better option would be to use a runner, hit their goalpost, do a pokey switch, a switch plate. And I'm just going to, what does he have, 100? There's no reason to use my plate here because even if I did my 60 and bumped it up to 90, it's still not going to beat his 100. They both have 100s. So and he does have a hurdle jump. So I'm going to have to win 2 spins again. There's 1. Nice. Now he's probably going to hurdle jump with Blastoise onto his goal point. That's what I thought. And I have a 3-star purple and a 120 gold. I actually like this matchup. My gold is going to beat... I don't want to attack him yet. My gold is going to beat his purple, which is roughly half of his potential. And my 120, so if I win gold, he loses here. There's nothing he can do. So we are going for gold. If I roll a fly, we're in a lot of trouble because he's got an easy surround. Nothing I can do about that. I don't have my double chance. So we're looking for gold and not purple here. So remember I said we were looking for the gold and not the purple. Not good. Luckily we did move 2 spaces away. If you have Salmance or Skarmory, you can only jump 1 way. And I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to take me a day and a half to get back over there. So let's revisit 70, 81. Chances are I'm rolling a 30 with Dratini here. Those are just not good odds. More than half my wheel is 30. If I roll and even add the 30, the X attack of 30 on there, it only gets me to 60. I can't beat the 70. And I do know that I know I can touch the screen and stop the plate spinning. I have terrible luck when I do that. I just let them spin out. Personal preference. Some people want to play faster and tap it, and I did that for the longest time. Just felt like my luck was bad, and so I just let it spin out and let whatever happens happens. I would like, that might actually not be the worst matchup. Go after his speed Deoxys. So maybe we'll change speeds a little bit here and go after his Deoxys. Unless of course I win this spin, and then we're going to keep going after his goal. That's not good. So, you know what? I'm in a world of hurt. 40. I want to make sure that if I roll positive attack, it takes him out. If I lose this spin, then I lose anyways, but it's such an uphill climb. Got him confused. I don't even know what that does to his wheel. It means he's probably going to roll a miss. It's definitely going to be a miss or a dodge. Not definitely, but chances are. And because you don't take him out on that first try, it allows him to set up the recoverage. And that to me is the most annoying thing, is when you're trying to take out an opponent and you can't, and it allows your opponent to move their cards into position to cover what you're trying to take care of. I've spent turn after turn after turn trying to eliminate this Pokemon and it didn't work out. This is not a good matchup. We need the 81 maybe. I don't even know. There really aren't many scenarios that we win there. Nice. Okay. Got him out, but now he's going to bring a stronger. We get stronger with Flygon. But we now have Fly Away, which is actually a liability at this point. I imagine he's going to take Lugia, drop him here. 70. We just need the 71 to land on his 70, create some space. No. Now he's probably going to bring Shuppet either here. Now we have to be careful of our entry point. We have one more move. And again, because we didn't take care of him on the first spin, now it allows him to set up to put us in a world of hurt. I imagine he's going to bring Shuppet either there or there. probably right there. I have no other options but to drop back here. Blastoise. I'm gonna go ahead and cover up my goalpost. And unfortunately, this is all gonna come down to Senior Dratini. In fact, I think this is game. I don't think there's a scenario in which I can win here. Let's just try to snap off an evolution here. Nope. And such is par for the course for the dragons. So honestly, I'm not too, from these two games, I'm not that impressed with the dragons. I know this is a very small sample size, and I do like dragons. They're a really nice complement to any squad. There's a lot of utility in them. The all-dragon team on a regular league gym doesn't really seem to be working out. The lack of a runner is a huge weakness, and it immediately put me in the defensive. I wasn't able to really fight my way out of in either of the two games that we saw here. Gonna go down fighting at least, and a miss. So some bad spins, being put on the defensive from the jump of the game, and that is going to wrap up today's video. Like I said, my games don't always go where whatever I'm trying to do works out the way I want it to. I don't know why he didn't just surround. That's kind of a cheese move. I'll go ahead and spin the wheel. And oh yeah. Actually, it doesn't matter because unless Shuppet rolls a miss here. So yes. And he did not roll the miss. Oh, he did. This game's still over. There's, I mean, I would have to roll. I don't even know how many spins in a row winning. Actually, I hope we hit Draco Matter again on this. That's a push. So that's going to do it. He's going to bring... I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why he wouldn't bring Lugia right there, unless he's just trying to prolong the game for some reason. I don't know. Or maybe I only have 18 seconds. I don't even know. I wasn't looking at my clock. Sweet. We're going to go fly away. So, yeah, 16 seconds. Wow, I didn't even notice that he only had 30 seconds. Maybe I could have played a little bit better defense there. But I wasn't actually... I mean, I'm trying to win, but the point wasn't to win. It was to show the dragons. I didn't even get 3 of them off my bench that second game. So not a good showing today from the dragons, but that is going to conclude today's video. Which dragons do you like to use? Which ones do you find most valuable in your lineup? Which ones are you currently using? And are you excited about a Dragon Fairy Cup? Also, there are rumors that Dragonite is coming soon. And what's fueling those rumors is if you go into the library, it's not here. Hold on, that was a misclick. If you go to, it takes forever to load. If you go to the shop and you go to Material Exchange, loading. And you scroll down to Mr. Dratini, there is now Dragonite. And looking at his trophy, his figure, it looks like he's going to be EX. Are you excited? My guess is he's probably going to be a reward in a potential Dragon Cup, a Dragon Gym Cup. Similar to the Deoxys normal where 45 wins got you. He could be like the Gyarados where it's a random special edition in the gym, but definitely something to keep your eyes out on. Are you excited? Do you like Dragonite? Is he one of your favorites? If you play Pokemon Go, you know that he runs gyms right now. He's not super strong, but his CP is so high that he sits at the top of the gym. So that is going to do it for today's episode. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're looking forward to. Are you excited about Dragonite being introduced into the game, and how do you think they're going to do it? Comment below, subscribe if you like what you've seen, and we'll catch you next time.